So I'm just waking up from a night of downloads, being woken up at 3 a.m. by my helpers, naggers, the ones that nag in the back of my neck. No, I'm kidding, they're my friends. The ones that remind me, get my mind redone, reorganized. Really, it's my heart, my whole body. And it's just this clear feeling. Now, I'm not going to be Pollyanna, I'm too idealistic. You may say I'm a dreamer. Yes, of course, to many of you. But not to my audience. You guys will go, yeah, this makes sense. There's a, like, disclosure. There's a fog. There's a, like that little children's story by Hans Christian Andersen. The emperor, Daddy, the emperor has no clothes. Look, the emperor is naked. We've been living in a matrix, mind matrix reality for so long, run by some facade, some front, some fronting. Don't be fronting, right? It's interesting that came up about 20 years ago, right? Don't put on a front, the presentation face. All the newscasters, and that's the way it is. Now, Walter Cronkite had some heart in it, believe it or not back then. But others, it's just so obvious, all the makeup, we're making up, we're hiding, we're putting on masks. Or all the, clones nowadays that are made in journalism school. And look, they're demographically equal, yeah, but they're all the same. There's the black one and the Native American one and the Asian woman. And the only old white guy is the guy with the fake gray hair, and he pretends to be the serious news reporter. They've given up on even that. Fuck that. It's all image. You know? Unreal Hollywood. Unreal. The reals are turning, but they're unreal. It's all image. It's an image, a graven image. Which there's nothing wrong with images. Images are awesome. Enjoy images. Enjoy beauty and perfection and fun and all that. But if you attach to the image, pay homage to the image, you get fluffed up fromage, which is nothing. You get whipped whatever. You get whipped by the image. So we've paid homage to this image worship, We have image consultants. It's not about the truth, the essence, the authority, the authenticity. The gold is the only authentic. There's lots of fool's gold, fake stuff. But the AU, the origins deep in the throat, man. Oh man, and whoa man, what have we created with the homage to the image? Image worship. Oh well, my image consultant. No, they're not a public relations consultant. They're an image consultant, the latest thing. And they make sure my image is okay with the public. Now, see, I've been getting in trouble for making fun of shit. I'm not allowed to do that. Make sure I have my heart in here, right? We all do it. I'm fixing my tooth, we're all doing it. We all do image, mirror on the wall. Who's the most fucked up of them all? I'm sorry. Who's the fairest of them all, right? I'm a little drunk from last night on Spirit. So, there's a time now when that whole, in those old movies when they used to have the film would get stuck and that hot light bulb, the film would burn through the film, it would melt the film. Now it's just a graphic on some Adobe, editor. But it used to happen for real in the original movie theaters. It would burn through the film and then you would have the pure light on the screen. There'd be the brown melted film, Well, that's kind of what's going to happen. What's happening? This surface reality we've been living in, this image, this front, this facade, this fake Hollywood town, the fake front on the set, In America, it's so normal. People put fake fronts on their houses. We put fake lawns in. We do lots of. It's just fake. We have fake desserts at the restaurant that they show you, display desserts. And so the image is going to melt. And the image is, it's going to be disclosed. The curtain's going to be revealed. You know, the Wizard of Oz, the big wizards that have been running the show, little Toto, which represents heart and play and love, is going to draw back the curtain, accidentally sometimes. Look, Daddy, the emperor has no clothes, he's naked. And all the town, in that story, very deep stories, whether it's Shakespeare or Hans Christian Andersen, you know, or C.S. Lewis, or all over the folk tales, myths, all that. They're all there to show us our sleepwalk, where we're not feeling what's real. The most ancient prayer in India, one of them, is lead me from the unreal to the real, from the darkness, not from, meaning the darkness obfuscation of mind, the occulting, the occlusions of hiddenness into that which is true. In the clear light, thank you Buddhists, the clear light of the emptiness and fullness of being. What's actually there? That can only be hidden for so long, and certainly not from you personally, but it's us that are doing it. Before you blame cabals and people or your parents or your churches and all that, it's us that want it. We want to not see the truth. It's too harsh to see it. Think of in your own life how many times I've had to tone it down because I've been a truthmonger. I want to shove the truth at everybody, you know. And so God's showing me that's not loving, you know. No wine before it's time. And so I get my own reflection, law of reflection, the law of karma coming back at me. My truth seeing went a little too fast this last year, and so it kind of smacked me. And God tried to show me that 10 years ago in a medicine ceremony, or she did ayahuasca, which I don't recommend for anybody, by the way, unless you're really called to it and you do it in the right places with the right people. You can overload yourself. Showed me expansion of consciousness, and that was the only time I was scared during the 5 ceremonies we did the first time in the jungles of the Amazon. I got terrified, or very like existential terrorism. Am I wearing my French beret? Sartre, read Sartre, please, get scared. Nietzsche is good too. And that's not a good French accent. I'll have to work on it. Anyway, I was expanded into the hall of the 1,000-foot tall Buddhas. And I just said to the Spirit, no, it's too much, I feel like I'm dissolving. And Spirit, ayahuasca said, well, Tobias, you know, when you push people to see things before they're ready, this is the terror that you trigger in them. And I'm like, wow, what a dick I've been. What a truth-mongering asshole. Pusher. I've been the pusher of truth. And I didn't get the message back then, 10 years ago. I got the message, understood it, but I didn't see where it fully should be applied. So this last year I got the harsh wake-up call. Doctors and hospitals, yay, right? But I'm also feeling last night, there's a beautiful flowering happening right now, coming, of disclosure. I've noticed for about a year now in restaurants, I can just feel my spirit saying it's okay to talk openly about UFOs, about personal healing, Kundalini, all this. I don't feel the fear anymore that I'm like a stranger in a strange land. We gotta whisper surreptitiously about strange esoteric subjects. It's changing. It's changing. And at some point it's going to be, yeah, what's the big deal? So what's this strange thing? Now, I would suggest we're fighting ourselves. We're fighting ourselves. All of that stuff about these people are asleep. It's actually a reflection of our own asleepness. And once we're awake, or we've cleaned out ourselves more and more and more, we're freer to move about the universe. It's very clear to me today. It's not all this stupid sleep sheeple, asleep sheeple. No, no, no. That's the part of you that's still asleep. The part of your old incarnations, the part in other dimensions, the other roles. It's all happening at once. There's no time. So the asleepness is in you. The rage is in you. The Illuminati is in you. The mind control, the MK Ultra, deep space, deep state program, secret space, all that stuff secret, you've kept a secret from yourself. So that's what I was really feeling last night. So now a lot of us are deciding we don't want to do that again. So it's coming out quicker and quicker. So all these things are going to get purged collectively and so forth. It's like we're going through a huge human purge right now. And so whether it's politically, but if you're there going, yeah, I want to see Hillary, lock her up, send her to jail, Obama, Trump's an asshole, whatever, whoever you're projecting your stuff on, the evil cabals, that's is like your own rage at yourself, ultimately. Now, that doesn't mean we all go into Buddha mode and go, we don't, no one project. No, that's going to play out. But if you don't want to be part of the dialectic, the Hegelian karmic dialectic, back and forth, of you playing the villain, you being the rescuer, you being Al Capone, you being Elliot Ness, the criminal, all that game, criminals, cops and criminals, good and bad, knowledge of good and evil. If you don't want to be caught in that, I think it's helpful to look at that part of you that has participated in this collective sort of veil of denial, this veil of denial. It's really cool. It's really changing everywhere. Disclosure is coming to the USA. Democracy is coming. Disclosure is coming to the USA. Right? Finally. To all of us. And sure, the UFO thing's going to, but the biggest to do is your own emotional being honest with yourself, and then with being open with your own emotions, your own spiritual disclosure of who you really are inside you. All right, running out of battery. Gonna have to get a new phone too. TobiasLars.com. Join us for the webcast. We do a gentle disclosure with some fun humor, some crying sometimes, but just laying there, feeling the energies. My intention now is not to be a truth monger anymore, but to do a loving disclosure for all of us on the planet, for myself first. Start with the innerbodyawakening.com if you want to have what I had last night for 2 hours, just total bliss in my body. God woke me up and just basically made love to me for 2 hours. It was awesome. That doesn't mean I'm still not, I'm still purging shit. That hurts. The thing in the back of my neck's still hurting, but it was like a whole new thing I had. All right, much love. TobiasLars.com. Join us on the webcast if you're interested. My intention is to hold this space for us. You can participate, you can ask a question, you can lay back and listen, and just incognito. Most people do that. Some people ask questions, so forth. Much love. Disclosure is coming to the whole place. Uncle, the emperor has no clothes. It's all coming down right now. The time of revelation, of apocalypsos, full divine revelation. The emperor has clothes. The wizard behind the curtain. Thank you, Toto. Here's a 2 Totos. I got 1 Toto here. Here's Bentley. Bentley! Good boy. What are you doing? He's like, is it really important, Dad? Because I like sitting in the sun. All right, more later. Bye.